The first race of the weekend at the Red Bull Ring got underway with Nick Cassidy on pole position. He qualified second behind René Rast, but Rast carrying a three-place grid penalty from the incident with Nick Cassidy at Spa. Started fourth, but was soon on the attack. Cassidy led into turn one, but Rast was quickly up to third, going around the outside of Nico Muller. At the inside of Muller had gone his teammate Ricardo Feller. The two AB Sportsline Audis were together then on the rise up towards turn three. Rast with his nose in front, trying to be in second place. A good start as well from Bortolotti, from sixth on the grid in the Lamborghini, and from the Ferrari of Felipe Fraga, who dived at the inside on the way into turn three, four abreast, but then contact with Ricardo Feller as he came out of the corner. Everybody survived, but only for now. Smoke coming from the Ferrari, which was clearly damaged after that contact. So Cassidy led, Rast into second place. Nico Muller fighting hard to keep Bortolotti behind in the battle for third, and then understeering through the gravel trap with damage to the car and the tyre was Felipe Fraga. Looked like he was not going to improve upon his 4 race finishes of the season so far. Sheldon van der Linde, the championship leader in the red and yellow Schubert BMW, with this move on Ricardo Feller after Feller had made his pit stop. Crucial to try and get himself in the points as he was trying to come from 16th on the grid. But the big battle was this one. Thomas Preining up the inside of Nico Muller as they fought to be second of the pit stoppers behind Michael Grenier. A replay, a very late move from the high-flying Thomas Preining, but then contact between the pair of them as they came out of the corner. Lucas Auer getting involved in the action as well. One of 4 home racers, another of the Austrian drivers looking for success. Preining slowing and losing places to both Auer and on the rise up to the hill to Muller, but the Porsche was quickly back up to pace. A glitch with the car, back under the attack on the way to turn 3, and almost a carbon copy of the move from the previous laps as he went up the inside of Muller. Contact again on the way out of the corner, and once again the young Austrian up the inside of the 2-time championship runner-up. Michael Grenier was the first of the pit stoppers. He now had to try and deal with Thomas Preining, who was on fire coming from 13th on the grid. Muller, though, split the pair of them, got back ahead of Preining, and all the time they were fighting, Maro Engel, Maximilian Gutz and Lukas Stolz in the background were catching up in their Mercedes. Take 3, back down the inside, tried to go Thomas Preining, more wheel-to-wheel contact, almost 3 abreast with Maro Engel getting involved in the fight as well. Nico Muller just about fending off for the time being Thomas Preining, but side by side for 3 or 4 corners. Muller knowing he could have the inside line for the next corner. Preining closing the door just in time to keep the 2 Mercedes behind. At the head of the field, Nick Cassidy had built a 2-second lead, but the battle between second and third was very tight. René Rast coming in late to make his mandatory pit stop. Cassidy and Bortolotti would stay out for 1 more lap.
Fast lane is clear. Go, go, go.
A great pit stop from the AB Sportsline team. René Rast released, but a lap later, disaster in the pits for the Grasser Racing team as the front left got stuck. Crucial seconds lost then for championship contender Mirko Bortolotti. So he would still come out in effectively third place, but a long way back now on René Rast rather than being right behind him. Just behind him, Lucas Auer in fourth, but Lucas had picked up a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. The Austrian now had his work cut out just to finish inside the top 10 and try to pick up some points. And then once again, a huge battle between these two, Muller and Preining, and for the 3rd time, Preining up the inside of the Swiss driver at turn 3, the Porsche storming through. Muller coming back at him, but in the end, Thomas Preining would pick up a 10-second penalty for the contacts that would drop him further down the top 10 as well. Nick Cassidy, though, coming home. There were 2 wins for a New Zealand driver and a Ferrari in 2021 with Liam Lawson. Nick Cassidy continued the tradition with victory here in race 1 at the Red Bull Ring.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So a second consecutive win in the DTM for Nick Cassidy, despite carrying 25 kilograms of success ballast. He takes the victory for Ferrari. 2nd place to René Rast, 3rd place to Mirko Bortolotti. And with Sheldon van der Linde outside of the points, the gap at the top of the championship table gets tighter and tighter. So Cassidy, Rast and Bortolotti the top three. Muller with his best result in some time in fourth. Calvin van der Linde passed Maro Engel in the closing stages to round out the top five finishers. And with their penalties, Auer and Preining dropped to 9th and 10th respectively. 11th place and out of the points for Sheldon van der Linde, who now only has a 13-point lead at the top of the championship table.